So we're on a trip back to the UK, and it's a quick pre-summer trip to go and see the family. Just me and Raul. We're going to have a bit of a boys' weekend, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah? And Raul wanted to get involved in a video, so I thought, what could we do? And we're going to do our top tips for travelling through Malaga Airport, because we've done it a few times, I can tell you. So, Raul, do you want to crack on? What's tip number one?
Okay, tip number one, you got 15 minutes of free parking for dropping people off.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Mummy's just dropped us off, hasn't she? And we've got 15 minutes, and don't forget, don't just park on the corner as you come in. You can drive down a little bit. It's only a 100-metre walk, so 15 minutes free parking. Right, should we crack on?
Yeah.
Right, so that's us. We've put our bag in, haven't we?
Yeah.
Very easy. So, Raul, if you do happen to be travelling with Ryanair, what's tip number two?
Go to beat the queues with express bag trip.
Yeah, it was very easy. If you've got the Ryanair app, okay, you have to do the work yourself, but I have to say it's a lot better than standing at queue. It's over there behind us. And we're literally in and out, what, in about 2 minutes?
I'll say 2 minutes and a half.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Right, should we go through?
Definitely.
Right, we're just about to go through, and another tip has occurred to us, hasn't it, Raul?
Yeah.
Because obviously, Ryanair, everybody gives you the option for fast tracking, but really, do you need it in Malaga Airport?
No. In winter, you don't really need fast track.
Nah, don't need fast track. Don't have to pay for it, really, to be honest. You might do in summer, but Malaga Airport, no fast track needed. Tip number four, Raul.
Don't come to this Burger King.
In the airport. Was it bad?
Definitely.
Tell them our experience in Burger King. What was our experience?
First of all, we got our Burger Kings. The burgers were terrible.
I mean, Burger King isn't the best, but it is a very cheap and quick. Well, cheap, nothing cheap in the airport, but it's the cheapest and quickest snack. But you get what you pay for, don't you?
Yeah. And then, okay, I understand this might sometimes happen. But everybody keeps on saying that fast food restaurants, ice cream machines are broken.
Yeah, they gave you a yogurt, and you just don't do yogurts, do you? They didn't give you the ice cream.
They didn't give you ice cream.
The ticket didn't work in the machine, and the onion rings were like elastic bands, weren't they? So
I didn't have an onion ring.
because they were that bad. Right, so let's move on. Tip number 5. Okay, then now moving on to tip number 5, and we've found a secret area, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, tell them then.
Okay. We found this place where there's a charging station.
Yeah.
We've got
Well,
places
you
to
can show
sit.
them. Look, people behind us, look.
We've got places to sit. A toilet for families, and it's opposite the VIP area, and it's upstairs.
Yeah, so it's actually quite a chilled space here. It's come, you can see people here sat behind us. Loads of room to chill out. I didn't know it was up here. There's a family toilet, which means it's sort of unisex, so dads can take little girls to the toilet, if you know what I mean, or mums can take little boys, that kind of thing. Or a whole family could just go and have a big toilet party. And yeah, and here we are. Let's just show you where we are. On the top bit. And now we better go, because our flight goes in half an hour. We're not even through passport control yet. So what tip are we on now?
Number 6.
Is it number 6?
Yes.
Okay, right, so tip number 6 is, well, this is a weird one, because we thought we might grab a couple of presents in duty-free, but there's always been quite a good duty-free shop after passport control. Now, we are informed that in Seagates there is a duty-free shop still here, but definitely the one in B Gates has gone. It's not here. It was there. And it doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon, does it? You're ready to get on the plane now, aren't you?
Okay, for tip number 7, we're going to talk about should you get a big bag or hand luggage. Now, my dad will explain this one.
Yeah, probably best. So I'm probably talking about families more than anything. Obviously, if you're on your own and you got a quick priority flight and you've got your hand luggage and your rucksack and you want to jump on a plane, then some of the fast options that people like Ryanair, EasyJet, Wizz Air, they give you of having hand luggage, and they give you like a priority thing going on as well. that's fine. But we've found, now we mainly travel with Ryanair. The only thing is, that because they go to the airports that we want to go to, because when we're going to visit family in my family, we go to Peterborough, so we go to Stansted. And if we're visiting mummy's family, we go to Leeds, or we'd go to Scotland, won't we? And Ryanair have got a big presence here in Malaga and flights 1 3. Also, if we go away in the winter, we don't generally tend to fly in the summer, but if we go away in the winter, then we get flights to maybe the islands or something. They're Ryanair flights. So, but what we find as a family, instead of having 4 sets of hand luggage and 4 rucksacks, which is a nightmare because you've got your rucksack, and Isla's got it, you end up with 8 bits of luggage that you're trying to cram onto this plane, and it's just a nightmare. Whereas we've found, and we've done the sort of price comparison as well, it's easier just to get the cheap flights, no frills at all, but then just book a bag or 2. In the case of when we went to Lanzarote, we got 2 because they were cheap, weren't they? So in this case, we've done the same actually for this flight, because we're not too sure what we're going to get when we go back, because there's always a few odd bits bits for the kids, presents and stuff. We're not bothered about priority boarding because, funnily enough, everybody's getting on the same plane, aren't they? So I'd rather just sit down than wait, be last on, and just get on my seat. That doesn't bother me. And it's just so much less hassle. And we did the bag drop, which wasn't a problem. That worked quite well. Though I must admit, I got confused a bit, didn't I, when we dropped it off. The guy told me off for putting the bag the wrong way round. Yeah, I had to scan it myself. But anyway, it was good training. You never have to get a job here. But then it's just through a couple of rucksacks, and as I say, if you do want to get a bit of duty free, you can chuck it in your rucksack as well, and then you can just sit and hang about and literally be last on the plane, jump in your seat, fall asleep. So check it out. I think that people dismiss getting a bag in the hold too quickly. I don't think it's too much of a bad idea. What do you think, Raul? If you're getting a bag in the hold, you don't care, do you? Because you're not at that point where you care what you have to take, as long as you've got your rucksack, your tablet, and a few other bits in it.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Yeah, but it means that you don't have to drag your hand luggage around with you. That's good. Right then, okay, so we're about to board, and we'll carry on with our top tips. But I think that's the top tips inside of Malaga, isn't it, now for the time being? Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, brilliant. So that's top tip number 7. And then when we arrive back in Malaga, we're going to carry on with the top tips. Right, that's it. We've landed. We're here in the cold. That's actually not that bad. But Raul, what is tip number? Is this number 7?
8.
Number 8. What is tip number 8?
Bring some entertainment on the plane. So I got really bored playing on my tablet because it's just playing on the same exact video game that it requires no Wi-Fi, because I only had one of them, like, over and over.
We didn't bring any offline activity, any books, anything, and it was boring, wasn't it?
And I tried to fall asleep, but I just stayed up.
Right, so that's
It was dramatic.
It was dramatic, it was.
Dramatic.
Right then, let's go. So what tip are we on now? Arriving at Malaga, what's the tip, Raul?
I think it's number 9.
Okay, number 9. Now, the biggest tip in number 9 is, if you are travelling with Ryanair, right, then they never pay for the finger. They never do. Which means they open the front and the back. They put stairs on both ends, don't they?
Yeah.
So, the cheap seats right at the back, albeit they're a bit bumpy.
Yeah.
A bit busy next to the toilets.
Yeah. If you sit there, since you'll be one of the first ones to get out of the plane, because there's a door at the back as well.
Yeah, and they never, ever, ever take you off the finger right there because they never pay for it. So we always get the cheap seats at the back, don't we?
Yeah.
And we were just off first. Yay!
So tip number 10 is, Daddy, tell them.
This is a very, very important tip. If you're a person of reduced mobility, and I don't mean that you need a wheelchair on your day-to-day, but you struggle to walk, maybe a few distances, especially in stressful circumstances, then you definitely need to ask for the assistance, because look at it, it's just miles sometimes to get past book control. Look at that. You see? So we've just been talking to this guy, and he doesn't need on a daily basis a wheelchair. But I said, look, really, Malaga, he's 80 years old. Just get the assistance. Let him take his passport control at least, and then grab your bags afterwards. Very, very important tip. So what's that? What's that, Raul? Tip number what?
10.
Brilliant. So when they're arriving in Malaga, make sure you pre-book your assistance if you struggle to walk long distances.
Okay, so this is the bonus tip. So when you're going to go through passport control, you should always go to the toilet first. Because or not, when you're in passport control, if you have to pee, and you're just going to be sitting there like, oh no, I'm going to pee. You're going to pee yourself. So either go on the plane to have a quick pee before you land, or go onto a bathroom that is for the passport control, and yeah, that's it. So if you like the video, please care to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell so that you know when we release a new video. Bye.